This video was sponsored by Enhance, NeoWatt, ABRP, Elbilmek, Kempower and EB Hub. Yo, what's up? The Ford Puma is a quite affordable car, depending on which country it is. But how fast does it charge compared to other affordable cars? Well, I'm gonna show you a big comparison here. So Puma hits 95 kilowatt in the beginning. Model 3 standard hits 175, really impressive. Inster only 72 kilowatt, and then Firefly 84, it's supposed to support 100. EC3 is 88, not that fast, and Renault 5 I guess peaks at 100 kilowatts. The fastest right now is Model 3. Model 3 actually has a quite big lead now, or actually not that much. Okay, but it's Model 3 is leading, but it seems like Puma is on a good second. Wow. Okay, you see how flat the Puma curve is. EC3 start throttling a little bit already. Renault also slight throttling. Inster is actually nice and flat, and Firefly also start throttling a bit, and the Model 3 has also been throttling all this time now, and actually barely having a lead over the Puma. Wow, but the Model 3 also has the biggest battery here, just bear that in mind also. But look at Puma, nice and flat curve all the way to 45%. Then it starts throttling slightly. And actually I've seen this, that it has some kind of boost. So even if you plug in with, let's say, 20%, you will then have a flatter curve and you might get 100 kilowatt past 50% even. Now it starts throttling a little bit there. And then, well, whoa, dude, it's actually leading. It took the lead over the Model 3. Hey, look at that. Oh, Puma for the win. Puma is leading. And the Model 3 is on the second, and then I think Firefly, no, wait, Inster is on the third. That nice and flat curve pays off now. It's slow, but 78 kilowatts steady all the way now to almost 50%. Wow. And then what's going on with the EC3 is down to 68 kilowatt. Renault is also down to 68 kilowatt. They kind of throttle the natural way. Firefly is down to only 51 kilowatt. Oh no! Okay, back to the Puma. Also start throttling. All the batteries are kind of slow here, and all of these are just 400 volt. Not fancy schmancy stuff here. Some of them actually Inster is only 340 volts here, but also the voltage on Puma is not that high either, but actually higher than Inster. Lol. What about, wait, which car has the lowest voltage here? Let me see. Firefly is relatively high. Well, Model 3 is LFP battery. The only, no, wait. Firefly is also LFP. Yeah, those two are LFP batteries. But let me see, which car is going to hit 80% first? It seems like it will actually be Puma. Wow, look at that. Oh, I think no other car can gain on it, but actually Model 3 is right behind there. Puma took the first win to 80%. Now it's going to go for the second win, or the second prize, which is to 90%. Model 3 will be second place though to 80%. Good. But Inster actually had a nice curve, but then now it still needed to throttle a bit. So it's still on a good third place, right? Firefly, no, wait. Firefly is third place. Huh? What? The Firefly has the smallest battery. Okay. Just a big cluster for them. We have so many cars here in this comparison. 6 cars, that's too much, man. I should have only 4 cars. Okay, anyway, but it seems like Puma will hit 90% even before the other ones. Whoa, that is impressive, huh? Let me see, come on. There, yes. And then for some reason, I don't know what happened there, but the Puma stopped charging. I was like, huh, what? I thought it set it to 100%. Okay, whatever. So we can wait now for the other cars to hit 90%. I think that will be Model 3. So Model 3 at least take the second place twice. But what about the other cars? There, okay. The other cars are kind of like trying to get to 90%. Seems like Firefly is on a good chance now to get there, but its charges so slow now. But actually all the cars are charging slow except for Renault 5. Wow, maybe the French can take a little comeback here. Well, but not sure if that is a little bit too late, because Firefly is about to hit 90% there. And then Model 3 is going to go for the humiliation, which is to go to 100% before some of the other cars hit 90%. Okay. Tesla is not traditionally known for charging fast, but when we compare it to against equally priced cars, kind of ish, yeah. Especially if you can't just look at the starting price on these cars, even Puma. You have to look at the fully loaded price, more or less, because the Model 3 is quite fully loaded compared to the other ones. Model 3 has electric adjustable seat and motorized liftgate and stuff like that the other cars might not even have, right? But okay, just gonna watch paint dry now. The Renault 5 actually hit 90%. Inster hasn't hit 90% yet. About to hit 90%. EC3 there. Okay, EC3 hit 90. Inster hit 90, and then Model 3 hit 99%. Wow. I will look at the charging curve here. The Model 3 standard is just way better than the other, above the other, actually all the way to here-ish, right? Okay, in terms of kilowatt. And also the Model 3 here is also the most efficient. That's why the Model 3 dominated all the others in the 1,000 kilometer challenge. Well, okay, whatever. It actually has a nice and flat curve. Wow, it seems to have the flattest curve. Huh, that is impressive for a Tesla. And then here we have Renault 5 has this 100 kilowatt, but then it starts throttling a bit. And then the Puma, actually very impressive. Okay, well, it didn't hit this highest speed, but it could actually maintain it nice and flat until around 40. It depends. If you go deep, then you get the 100 kilowatt-ish until around 40%. Actually, sometimes a little bit before 40%. But if you go higher, you can plug in maybe 20%, then you might get it to around 50 something. So it tries to flatten out the curve. It seems to have some kind of boost timer, just like the other Fords, like F-150 and Lightning. And then here we have the Citroën EC3, not that Schnell, and then the Firefly is kind of down here-ish, but it has the smallest battery and has a LFP. But I mean, LFP kicks ass nowadays, right? But maybe this doesn't have the latest and greatest technology. So, and the last one here is INSO. You see how flat it is, flat all the way to 70% actually before it throttles. So of course that helps also. It doesn't charge that fast, but it charges flat. So yeah, in terms of charging performance, the Puma is actually okay. So I did actually a family trip, and there I experienced that, okay, it wasn't charging that fast compared to many other modern cars, more expensive cars, but it was actually good enough. So I think that matters. When you just drive around town or drive on trips and you take a break, then it's still good enough, especially because of that boost speed. So I think when I plugged in at that trip, I had over 30%. I was like, okay. And I was like, what? I could get that 100 kilowatt for actually a nice time before it started throttling, and then it was just a gentle throttling, you know, up down to 85 kilowatt and so on. So overall, though, I would say that the Puma actually performs pretty good. Yeah. So that's going to be for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.